o ebile na hona nako ya hore re ka negotiate le ena.
Okay, so you don't negotiate with illegal people.
Remember, citizen arrest we can make. We are allowed to do it in South Africa.
Do you have facilities to take someone into custody? Can they be petrol attendant?
No, they cannot.
Can they be a gardener?
No, they cannot. That's reserved for locals.
Can they become builders?
No.
Construction workers?
No.
What jobs can they work? So these Spaza shops where Somalis and Pakistanis are trading from, they are illegals.
Yes, they are legal. We'll be eradicating Spaza shops.
You'll eradicate Spaza shops. What are you replacing Spaza shops with? Commander, good morning.
Commander Money.
How are you?
And how are you?
Thank you very much. So let's do this. I want you to explain who you are, what is your role at Dudula, and where do you lead? And then I want you to explain who is Dudula and how does Dudula work.
All right.
Thank you.
My name is Reabetswe. I'm the chairperson of Atteridgeville branch. I think that's it.
Yeah, and then
Short and
so you work around which places do you work around?
Mostly Region 3, Atteridgeville, Lotus Gardens, and Sosville.
Okay. I'm going to shift you a bit. I'm just gonna please stand up here. Yes, yeah, that's fine. Sorry for that. Okay, so that is the area that you are operating from.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna read what they say Dudula is, and then when you'll explain how you know Dudula. So I'm taking this from Wikipedia. It says, Operation Dudula is an organization which turned into a political party in South Africa. The group is widely recognized as being xenophobic and has been linked with violent, threatening and targeting both legal and illegal immigrants. The group blames South Africa's porous borders, lenient immigration practices, and the presence of immigrants for many South African social issues. So, but it was established in Soweto, a township in Johannesburg. So I'm going to stop it there. This is what people are saying of you. This comes from Wikipedia. Right. What is it that you can tell us about Wikipedia? About Operation Dudula.
All right. That is true, but some part is not relevantly or as an actual fact. The point Lauren Ketloi highlight more that is very important. We are not vigilante groups, number one.
Okay.
And number two, we are not being xenophobic.
Okay.
So that other part, if we can shift it, then the description fits Operation Dudula as it is.
So do you?
Operation Dudula started as a civil movement. Reason why we decided to turn Operation Dudula into a political party was we've done things. It's out on a lawyer. We submitted memorandums of demand to different and various departments and faculties, but however, no one was advocating for us. We are known as the pressure group to say now we are by law and order.
Okay.
Law enforcement it's a charge and so here we are pressurize or apply this certain law.
Who are you pressurizing?
If we are doing education, South African learners or children have a space then we would take the memorandum of demand to Department of Education. We have to pressurize them or apply the laws they already. Then remember, we are governed by laws, South African Constitution, local bylaws, municipal bylaws, your Immigration Act. However, a foreign student will need prioritized before wanaka more high.
Yes.
And that is not allowed. And again, the border gate, the port of entry, Lona, or should I say, bargain. But while they are deployed, go bordering, Lebona, they are also in part and parcel at this thing.
So they are the people who are making the borders porous.
Yes.
Okay. So Patriotic Alliance went to the Limpopo River to go and physically make Zimbabweans not to cross into South Africa. And few days later, Operation Dudula sent a team to go and do the same. Do you not think, or are you guys doing such things just to send a message, or do you believe that you can get all corners? Because South Africa is not a physical, it does not have a physical fence standing.
That one is a great move.
Oh, okay.
It's a great move.
Okay.
Here Tomaga gatekeeping. Social security are nice at risk. Mo South Africa. If by law, pila, tshwantse law enforcement ya rena. Elore ba places ba to kwalo go border management by law they are deployed. But however, they are getting the mandate from people from higher position, and then which is cater deployment. Wa kry lore ba beile motho o elore nga utlwisise dilo tse so. I experience, I encounter what is happening on the ground.
Yeah.
So Patriotic Alliance and Operation Dudula he ba ile kwalo ko bordering. We've been preaching about this thing our mabahambe. We've been saying gore border management is strengthening gore batho ba ba sa kgone kra port of entry. So here we are picketing to say alilo enter this thing because of basically our chief tamo because of you are crossing the border without any port of entry, and we immigration law says anybody that enters a country not through a port of entry, that person is doing a crime. So meaning when a law enforcement, maybe South African police services are in immediately awana moto atsamaya mole across the border, tshwantse stop, I stop and check. Get crime on its own because we legal.
Okay. Among the things that I asked you to correct, you didn't. It said you guys are against illegal and legal immigrants. And another thing was the origins where it was formed. It said it was formed in Soweto. It says Operation Dudula was founded by Nhlanhla Lux, Dlamini, also Mhauli. Dlamini rose to prominence with this role of defending Maponya Mall, blah, 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 blah. I'm asking you all of these questions, they might sound obvious to you. The people who are going to vote for you because you are now a political party would have certain thoughts about what is it that you guys do. So I want you to answer this. Did Nhlanhla Lux form Operation Dudula?
No. Operation Dudula was formed by Solomon Kekana, who is the treasurer, and Zandile Dudula, who is the president of Operation Dudula, and Robert Gao. Nhlanhla Lux was never part and parcel of the formation of Operation Dudula. Nhlanhla Lux was Soweto Parliament. So he came into Operation Dudula as a strategic partner, including Put South Africa First. Yes, it originated or started from Soweto. And then he started whole spread all around South Africa.
Okay.
And we are not only targeting illegal or legal foreigners. There's clarity Lauren Tshwantsiriweng mo. Ka ne re bolela ka motho mo illegal re bolela ka mang. He re bolela ka motho illegal re bolela ka mang also. Okay. Earlier on, I've alluded that we are working basically we are targeting this thing immigration to say immigration laws are there. It applies to all foreigners. So whether you are legal or illegal, it applies to them both. So if moto jambile bodara ana di relevant document or we will na ko ya re ka negotiate le.
Okay, so you don't negotiate with illegal people.
I read the background check or okay, horse is only illegal. Bon, revisa immigration is antanele kapela to deport because of an and then if you have documented all on immigration officers the assess you to say if otswere passport how might be relevant or it start right now 2024 maybe expire 2027. It doesn't mean necessarily once you have a passport you are entitled or na latitude a certain thing kamara a country. For one, o ka se berekele shop ya o tshwana le rapsen raba tax shop or superstore, and then wa kry lore o na le passport but you become a manager. That is not allowed. Here fitla there's this thing re bitsang gore ke section 19 whereby loring botsa gore the jobs tse dintsi are reserved for South Africans, including informal tradings are reserved for South Africans. People tend to gore he ba na le a passport then ba na le access ya rana tsona dilo tsentse, and then the bylaws they wa idumela a pass. So what we would do ko gore we will make it a point ta gore okay re tlo nna fatshe le the management of the company or the owner of the company to say this thing and this thing, it's an offense. You are not supposed to do this because South Africans are educated and certificated. Social development, it released I think it was 150 skills, say but Hoba manager is not one of them. Hoba a shop operator is not one of them. To become a construction worker is not part of it. To work at restauranting is not part of it. So right now we are saying okay, sharp. Or you might be legal in the country, but this thing is not allowed because of a company ya rapsen raba wholesaler. Nenyaka a manager. Netwanze approach the social development there we taking from geographical location at Ridgeville and Notas Garden Sosville. A conogram capable of a manager a store. Then what I check in other cities. If I agree in other cities, then social development they check at the whole country or mutana in that particular skill before we can opt for foreign nation, other foreign nationals. And alone that person had to for a certain period. Not wagra mutabereka for 10 years or 20 years. No. Otota for a certain period and then later it's skill transfer.
Okay. I understand your constituency might need you to speak in vernacular. If you can, keep trying, but maybe make English dominate, because the people who might be interested in hearing what you're saying might be challenged with the language. Yeah?
Right.
Thank you for agreeing with that. Two things I want to ask. You spoke about not negotiating and having immigration officers. How do you tell this person is not illegal, is not illegal or illegal, and then what is the process? What do you do? And if you have a Spazas shop in your street, in the section that you live in Atteridgeville, have you checked? And if you check, if you find, do you go to an immigration officer or Dudula works with them? Because then I want to go and ask about that list.
One, tax shop that are in our streets or townships, in terms of negotiating and not negotiating with them, one would be the approach would be law enforcement, which is South African Police Services, and they are the ones that are going to do what we call section 202, which is handled by immigration. The South African Police Services will contact immigration officers, and then they will come with the biometric machines to vet whether this person is illegal or illegal, and immediately an action must be taken from there. Remember, citizen arrest we can make, we are allowed to do it in South Africa. But however, if when it comes to foreign nationals, it becomes difficult in this essence to say after 48 hours, if immigration officers does not answer the phone call, that person must be released.
Do you've got
pardon?
Do you have facilities to take someone into custody? Do you handcuff the person waits, and then the immigration officer comes and approves? What is the process? The reason I wanted to ask you operational things is because I want it to be practical for someone who's sitting at home watching this. It must make sense to them to say, if we are going to vote for Operation Dudula, this is what we're going to get. Do you understand? Because chances are, by the time you are in power, you would have all those means, you would have made them available. But as of now, how do you work? When you apprehend someone waiting for immigration officer, you said 48 hours. I'm going to work, you block me. And I'm not going to get to work until you guys release me. What happens in those instances?
If we take you to the local police station, to avoid so many things that might happen. One, people are chronic, people have certain illnesses and whatnot, but just to be on a safe side, to avoid or promote what we call crime, or not do what people are thinking of us to say we are vigilantes.
Okay.
We would go with you very well. We will not handcuff you.
Okay.
Take you to the local police station, and we hand it over to the South African Police Services. But however, we do a follow-up to it to say, on this particular day and time, we made a certain citizen arrest. How far is the process?
Yeah.
What is it going on? With the court case, we do also make follow-up upon it.
Okay.
Immigration, in all honesty, is not easy to get. It's not easy to answer a phone call unless maybe we have applied maybe 3 months before or so to say, this is what we want to do. The Spazas shop that is here is not regulated. The bylaws are not being implemented.
So you tell them 3 months in advance to come and you go and look at that thing, at the Spazas shop?
Yes, sometimes.
Okay. And
depending on how busy their schedule is. Remember, immigration can come,
yes,
but also other stakeholders must also be involved. To say your consumers must also be there if we are regulating a Spazas shop. And in terms of legality and not being legal, immigration is the one handling that. But others like body tax shop or tax shop and food inspection and whatnot, consumer, if they say this is not the relevant product, this is not for consumption,
yes,
then immediately we will take it outside and ban it.
No
one must eat it.
Well, let's talk about the grades, the jobs that South Africans can work. No, legal immigrants can work. Legal foreigners can work. Do you know which ones that they can work?
I would say...
Can they be petrol attendant?
No, they cannot.
Can they be a gardener?
No, they cannot. That's reserved for locals.
Can they become builders?
No.
Construction workers?
No.
What jobs can they work?
Professional health, that's number one. Number two,
so in
scarce skill. Remember that there's it's just that I do not have the
no, even if you don't have a list, it's fine.
But from the social development,
yes,
there's I think 150 something job descriptions that they can work, certain jobs that they are allowed to work.
Oh, for them to work.
Yes, for them to work.
Okay.
If it's not within that list, then it's not reserved for them, it's reserved for locals.
And
South
then do you,
Africans
on top of your head, do you know, because we'll put them here, on top of your head, do you know the ones that they should not be working? Meaning that if I get to a filling station and the person is a foreigner, legal or not, I shouldn't expect this person to be here. Do you know them?
Yes.
Okay.
Petrol attendant, construction
worker,
construction worker, restaurant, whether waitress, gallery, cooking, baking, informal trading, Spazas shops.
Okay.
What
Wait,
else?
you said Spazas shops?
Yes, Spazas shops.
A Spazas shop must not be operated by a South African.
No, it's not allowed.
It's not supposed to be operated by a foreigner.
Yes.
Even a Pakistani person. So these Spazas shops where Somalis and Pakistanis are trading from, they are illegals.
Yes, they are legal. Anybody that comes into South Africa and wants to do a business must invest a minimum of 5 million.
Okay. So what makes you think a Spazas shop has not done that?
how many spaza shops are here in almost every street in a township?
The industry is about 150 something billion.
Yes.
Yes.
But now it's not regulated or it's not formalized.
Okay.
One, they are selling in one room. They are also sleeping in it.
Yeah. It's illegal.
It's illegal.
Okay.
Healthcare from the health department, consumer, what's
Health,
that one?
occupation.
Yes, occupation bylaws.
Okay.
Already, it's a red flag.
All right, it's fine.
So, and there is, and also their product are not are also not tested. They have been produced in few different places and plants. Okay. We also know them.
Okay. South Africa. So here's the question that I need to ask him. How many people have you personally stopped? Plus minus, just. If you think, just a round figure.
Maybe let's say plus minus 150.
150 people.
Yes.
Okay. And that's in different areas, from Peli to town, everywhere.
Yes. Yes, you can.
Okay. In that 150 plus minus, how many white people did you stop?
40 to 60%. No, 40 to 45%.
It's white people.
It's white people.
What happened?
Also, there are few illegal white people who are in South Africa, and I would say we started, or we came into realization when we were picketing 2 years back in Atteridgeville, Kalafong Hospital, to say, according to Immigration Act Section 17, no one must come into our healthcare to get medication. This foreign nationals must go to private hospitals and clinics. Remember, these are government ones, and our grannies, our South Africans are the residents of South Africa or citizens of South Africa. But however, they must get services from these particular things, regardless of whether they are indigent or not. But however, it will become an influx to say foreigners are more capacitated than South Africans. So you would find the granny would come to a hospital for medication, chronic medication, and will from 5 o'clock in the morning until 4 o'clock, then come back tomorrow again to stand in a queue. So now we had to do something as Operation Dudula. So that's when we started picketing at Ridgeville, Kalafong Provincial Hospital. That's why we were doing a stop and check to talk to people. If you are not a South African citizen, you would not enter the premises.
I don't like interrupting you when you speak, ne? But I need to follow up on questions before we forget. I asked you what happened to those white people that you stopped, and you said 45% don't have documentation. What happened to them?
From different operations, if we are picketing, then we do not take you into local police station or whatnot. But however, we would not allow you to enter the premises. Then we would release you. We would not hand you to the law enforcement, depending on what kind of operation we are doing. Because once we start taking you from that scene that we are doing, then we're gonna shift the focus from there and focus on one. But however, some of them that we have encountered, they've also, it was, with white, it's not difficult to deal with them. They will not run away. Once you call the South African Police Services or Immigration, they do comply.
Oh, white people don't give you a problem, they comply?
Yes.
It's Africans who give you a problem?
Yes.
Because they run away.
Some of them, yes, they run away. And they are sprinters. You have to be prepared when you are doing such an operation.
Exactly.
So yes, there are few wides that we've taken into local police
Do you know why they run?
stations. No,
Chances are you guys will kill them.
but we haven't done that, and we will not do that.
But there are lots of cases where them not being from here have been killed. But I don't hear of any case where a white person has been killed for not being from here.
From Operation Dudula.
No.
South Africa.
Remember,
in
for
general.
them, it's the same thing.
Yes.
Yes. Do you understand why they run away?
Yes, I understand.
Yeah, they run away because it's a risk of life to be in your midst. And then let's talk about Kalafong. Were you part of, as the chairperson of Atteridgeville, were you part of the people in Kalafong who stopped the lady, who chased the lady who had a sick baby on her back?
Who had?
Who had a baby? They said you guys chased a Zimbabwean who was sick and who had a baby on her back. Were you part of those people?
Yes, I was part of those people. No, it's short and simple. We did not negotiate, we did not do what, but however, if you are a foreign national and you do not have a work permit, health permit, go to a private hospital, go to a private clinic.
The minister came afterwards, Joe Patla, to speak to you guys. What happened with those deliberations between yourselves and the health minister?
Well, when we were picketing, there are a few things that we wanted to address, and we had a very discussion. I believe that there's a video again confirming that they've had a meeting with leaders of Operation Dudula, and it was said they would task a team so that members of Operation Dudula and some other health inspectors or workers would not only do what we were doing in Kalafong, but also in different hospitals and clinics, or should I say health facilities.
Yes.
But that's far that process hasn't been implemented.
Okay. 2024, it's a big election year. 30 years of democracy in South Africa. And you guys have taken a stand that you are now a political party and you want to stand for elections, for people to vote for you. What is it that you will do if people vote for you? What is your manifesto? When are you launching? Do you got a date of the manifesto launch for Operation Dudula?
One, as Operation Dudula, the thing that we'll be doing, or to differentiate ourselves from other political parties, is, as we are running for 2024 general elections, there's evidence of things that we've done thus far. Before we even opted to be a political party, there are a few achievements that we've done. We've done job placement, we've done school placement, we've done healthcare, we've done so many things from different departments to say these are the status quo that couldn't be changed. But however, we as Operation Dudula, while we were a civil movement, we have achieved to say in a workplace, it was 90% of foreigners in maybe a certain factory, but today South Africans are employed there. Two, other South Africans did not receive services, or remember, civil and civic was...
Let's go back to my question. My question was, when are you launching your manifesto? Meaning, MK Party is launching the manifesto this month, before February. EFF is launching theirs on the 10th of February. The ANC will do it later on. It's the date that they are going to speak to the nation and produce a document. This is the social contract we want to have with you. When are you doing that? as a media person, I want to ask you about things that you have stated on your manifesto. Because it must come from your organization to say these are the things that you are going to do. Because once you get power, we will have to refer to something that you guys would have said you wanted to do. You understand? So I want to ask you, do you have a date on when Operation Dudula will do that?
No, I do not have a date.
Okay.
But however, there was the first general meeting since Operation Dudula was formed as a political party back in September, late September, early October. The day we will be having a manifesto this year will also be the date that will be revealing the president of Operation Dudula, Zandile Tabula's picture that will be used in the ballot. Thus far, I cannot confirm the date, but it will.
So your
happen.
manifesto is launching her picture.
Yes.
Okay.
And also, it will. We would be giving an understanding or to say who are we, what are we about, and where are we going. Line of march.
Okay.
In a nutshell.
Okay.
So, to South Africans, Operation Dudula is the only political party or pressure group that does not fear anything. Whether this place is a no-go zone area, we would go there. Reason being, we are not only known for our caliber, to say these people don't take no for an answer. But however, law enforcement everywhere, in our marches, in our meetings and whatnot, law enforcement is also there. We apply Section 205.
Okay.
Always.
In closing, I want you to explain. There's a new political party called MK Party. Any thoughts on them? And they are eating away a space that you were going to exploit. Now they resurfaced less than a month ago, and they are making political waves. They are making speeches. People are hearing them. Your president hasn't said anything. Your president hasn't held a live media briefing for everyone to listen and ask questions. I only remember of one. What is your stance, and are you not worried about Operation Dudula? Because it has a figure. You guys lost Nhlanhla. Who is going to stand and speak for you guys?
My views are, remembered right now, we are heading to 2024 general elections. MK, or should I say Jacob Zuma, it's a fact, he's an influencer.
Of course.
Yes, he's an influencer. However, rushing, they might crash. Remember right now,
so you are saying
corrupt.
You are saying Operation Dudula is rushing and it might crash.
No, not Operation Dudula.
Oh.
My views on MK.
Okay.
Zuma is an influencer, but however,
so Operation,
I've heard even those bad officials who were terminated from other political parties or positions are heading there. So my fear is they might crash.
So but it is MK Party that is rushing, and because it's rushing, it might crash.
First of all, they haven't produced anything.
Is that what you are saying?
Yes.
Okay. No.
They haven't produced anything. But however, Operation Dudula will make a live media briefing after month end of January.
Okay.
Yes, the president will be there. Medias will also ask their questions. There'll be a line of.
But Dudula has not produced anything. Do you agree?
No, I don't.
You said MK has not produced anything. You guys have not produced anything as well.
Yes, because we are not into office. But however, there's plenty of things that we have achieved.
So, Operation Dudula and MK are in the same
level.
Yeah.
Yes, because we are not into office.
How many? What is the oppositions like? Is the president of, and then what's her name?
President Zandile Tabula.
And then the next in line?
Solomon Gekana, the Treasurer General.
And then?
And then there's Thabo Taj, the National Coordinator. And there's Isaac Leshole, the Deputy Secretary General. And there's Peter Dimba, the Chairperson of Operation Dudula.
There's no Secretary General?
There is Secretary General Zoe Boy.
Okay.
There's from Limpopo, the Deputy President.
All right, it's fine. We'll find them. Who funds you?
Currently, right now, Operation Dudula does not have any funding. However,
who's going to bankroll your election campaign?
No, the National Executive Committee have issued a communique or a letter to saying they are still busy with the potential funders.
Funders, people who are going to give you money?
Yes.
You don't have them now?
No, we don't have them right now. We were using our own resources, everything that we have done thus far.
10 years ago, the ANC has spent 1 billion. I'm talking about 10 years ago.
Yes.
For elections, and there are people in power, but they spent 10 billion. How much do you think people could fund you? And what kind of an election campaign are you going to have?
General election needs billions and billions of money.
So how much?
Roughly, let's say between 10 to 20 billion.
All right.
Yeah.
You'll get 20 billion.
Yes.
All right, it's fine.
It might work, but however, we'll be also strategic spending that money. We must not spend too much money on election or trying to give free T-shirts. Okay. But however, there are strategic moves that the finding would.
All right, let's do this. Let's do this. So you are targeting 10 billion, eh?
Yes.
Yeah, for funding. Just tell me in short, because in closing, in Pretoria, what is it that you are going to do for the people of Tshwane as your election campaign? What is it? Because we're closing now.
One, geographical issues that I've realized here. People are fighting for land.
Okay. So you'll avail land.
Yeah. The land issue is not touched.
Yeah.
That one
you'll work on land, and then another one.
Work on land. Also, Spazas, we'll be eradicating Spazas shops.
You'll eradicate Spazas shops. What are you replacing Spazas shops with?
South African entrepreneurs.
Okay,
there are those who are in line with.
Okay, you have not thought of this one. And then the next thing.
Shops. Education also.
Education
plays a huge role, including tertiary level. Yes.
Okay, another one.
Also, company section 19 will also be represented, meaning job placement will also be available.
All right. Thank you very much, my brother. That's it. We'll see you
Commander.
after the elections. As how do you think you've done?
The review.
What is your projection for your percentage, national percentage?
Let's say, yeah. How much do we need to have one seat?
No, it doesn't matter. The national percentages, are you going to get 10%, 20% of the national vote? 27%.
Yes, 27%.
The EFF is only 10. You'll double the number of EFF?
Yes.
Okay, it's fine.
Thank you so much, Commander's money.